Welcome to Creative Genius Labs. I'm your host, Zane Wild. Today, on Creative Genius Labs, imagine facing a room full of doubters after a string of failures, the weight of the world crushing your dreams as you're about to show them the impossible. Today, we uncover how one man's relentless spirit transformed those crushing setbacks into a legacy that still lights our world, and how you can use his pain to fuel your potential. The laboratory was dark, save for the faint glow of another failed experiment. Thomas Edison stood motionless, surrounded by thousands of shattered glass bulbs. Each one represented another way not to create light. His shoulders slumped with exhaustion as he picked up the latest failure, turning it over in his calloused hands. The year was 1879, and after 1,000 attempts, the world's greatest inventor felt the crushing weight of darkness pressing in. You might wonder how this man, once labeled addled and expelled from school, could become the architect of our modern world. His story isn't just about invention. It's about the raw power of persistence in the face of endless failure. Picture a young boy fidgeting restlessly in a rigid classroom. His mind races while others sit still, absorbing rote lessons that feel meaningless to him. The teacher's words blur into a distant hum. After just 12 weeks, the verdict arrives: your son is mentally deficient. These cruel words would have crushed most parents, but Nancy Edison wasn't most parents. Instead of accepting this judgment, she did something remarkable. A former teacher herself, she saw what others missed, not a broken child, but a different kind of mind. She brought him home and gave him the freedom to learn through exploration. Under her guidance, young Thomas devoured books on chemistry and electrical science, conducting experiments that made their house buzz with energy. At 15, Edison's curiosity nearly killed him. Working as a newspaper vendor on trains, he set up a secret chemistry laboratory in the baggage car. Glass bottles clinked as the train swayed, mysterious liquids bubbled, and his mind soared with possibilities. Until the day a phosphorus experiment caught fire, sending his makeshift lab up in flames. He was promptly fired, but the incident taught him a crucial lesson: passion without direction can be dangerous. Then came the moment that changed everything. Standing on a train platform, he spotted a toddler, 3-year-old Jimmy Mackenzie wandering onto the tracks as a freight train approached. Without hesitation, Edison leaped into action, snatching the child to safety. The boy's grateful father, a telegraph operator, offered to teach Edison the art of telegraphy. In that instant, disaster transformed into opportunity. Life dealt Edison another blow when scarlet fever left him partially deaf. But where others saw disability, he discovered advantage. The silence allowed him to focus with extraordinary intensity, blocking out the world's distractions. He learned to listen by pressing his teeth against piano wood, feeling music's vibrations through his skull. This adaptation taught him that limitations often hide unexpected gifts. Working as a telegraph operator, Edison turned every spare moment into an experiment. While others slept, he tinkered. While they socialized, he invented. His first patent attempt, an electronic voting machine, was rejected. But instead of giving up, he learned to ask a crucial question: what does the world actually need? With the $40,000 earned from his stock ticker invention, Edison could have retired comfortably. Instead, he did something unprecedented. He built Menlo Park, the world's first industrial research laboratory. This wasn't just a building. It was a temple dedicated to systematic innovation, where failure wasn't feared but embraced as a necessary step toward breakthrough. The smell of chemicals filled the air as Edison and his team worked 18-hour days, testing thousands of materials for the perfect light bulb filament. Each failure brought new knowledge. Each setback refined their approach. If you're enjoying Creative Genius Labs, please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code for our free 7-day email course, The Master Creators Challenge. Unlock hacks that make Vinci, Banksy, and Lady Gaga creative giants. Now, back to the episode. But success breeds its own challenges. As Edison's electric light transformed from dream to reality, a bitter rivalry emerged with his former employee, Nikola Tesla. Their current war over competing electrical systems wasn't just about technology. It was about vision, stubbornness, and the price of being unwilling to change. Edison's insistence on direct current, DC power, despite Tesla's superior alternating current, AC, design, showed how even genius can be blinded by conviction. Personal tragedy struck when his first wife Mary died in 1884, leaving him alone with 3 young children. He had named his first 2 children Dot and Dash after telegraph signals, a reminder that work and life were inseparable for him. In his grief, he threw himself deeper into his inventions, seeking solace in the pursuit of progress. You might think Edison's story is one of unbroken triumph, but consider his iron ore separation plant venture, which consumed millions of dollars only to fail spectacularly. Lesser individuals would have crumbled under such loss. Instead, Edison studied the ruins of his failure and found opportunity. He repurposed the technology for cement production, eventually building the concrete for some of America's most iconic structures. His friendship with Henry Ford revealed another side of his character, 2 titans of innovation supporting each other through victories and setbacks. Ford considered Edison his hero, not for his successes, but for his resilience in the face of failure. Together, they showed that even the greatest minds need allies who understand their journey. As Edison aged, his work continued unabated. He held 1,093 US patents and 2,332 patents worldwide. Every modern convenience you enjoy, from recorded music to motion pictures to the electric grid powering your home, bears his fingerprints. But his greatest invention wasn't any single device. It was a method of relentless innovation, of seeing failure not as an endpoint, but as a stepping stone. At his funeral, the entire nation dimmed their lights in tribute. It was a fitting farewell to the man who had illuminated the world, not just with electricity, but with the power of persistent vision. Now return to that dark laboratory where we began. See Edison standing amid his 1,000 failed attempts. Each shattered bulb represents not just an experiment, but a choice, the choice to continue when others would quit, to learn from failure rather than fear it, to trust that darkness is only temporary. This isn't just history, it's a challenge to you. What's your equivalent of the light bulb? What seemingly impossible problem keeps you awake at night? Edison's lesson isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being the most persistent, the most willing to learn from failure, the most determined to find your way through the darkness. Remember, Edison didn't fail 1,000 times. He successfully found 1,000 ways that wouldn't work, each one bringing him closer to the solution that would change the world. How will you apply this mindset to illuminate your own path forward? The darkness, is waiting for your light. The laboratory was dark, but not for long. It never is when you refuse to quit. On the next episode of Creative Genius Labs, Edison's story is a testament to the power of perseverance, but what happens when that relentless drive pushes someone to the brink? What if the pursuit of innovation leads not to connection, but to profound isolation? This week, we're exploring technological innovators, and our next story unveils a tragic paradox. Imagine a world where you revolutionize how people capture memories, only to find yourself unable to escape the shadows of your own. Get ready to witness the rise and fall of a visionary whose pursuit of perfection came at a devastating cost. You won't want to miss this exploration of ambition, legacy, and the delicate balance between innovation and personal well-being. Please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code, or follow the pinned link to get our free 7-day email course, The Master Creators Challenge. 7 days, 7 creative legends. Unlock your inner creative genius using the secret tactics of history's most revolutionary artists. Click the video that just popped up to watch the next one in this series. Or for episode summaries, behind-the-scenes info, and more, go to daily8.com/cgl. Thanks for watching.